Joe Gal here with Beardo.
Beardo, the trailer park hero.
Hello, Beardo.
Who are you guys? What's your name?
My name's Nikki. This is Susie to my right.
Nice.
We're both hiding behind the camera because we're shy.
Nice.
Yeah. But we like to see you. It's all about you.
Yeah, Beardo, here in
Beardo.
Seattle for the third time? Third time.
It's your third time in Seattle?
Yeah.
So what other things have you toured with, since I know Beardo is relatively new, correct?
Yeah, Beardo's a new thing. I put a record out just 7 months ago. And basically, I was in a band called White Star, and I was a music producer. I was producing like Mickey Avalon early on, and we were both models and stuff. Like not
really?
real. We weren't real models, so don't knock us yet. We were. I was a bird down. I was like a dude from the East Coast trying to make it in music, but the dream doesn't exist in Hollywood. Like you show up there, and it's just like, okay, now what do you do?
Yeah.
Now you go get a job working at Banana Republic or so wherever you got to work. So we were like, I wasn't gonna do that, but I was like, I heard about this thing where you just go in, just do like extra work and shit. So we started doing that, and he was playing his music over the systems at the modeling shoots, and I was like, man, what is this? And it was like, and then I broke down with Mickey, and I started producing his beats, Andre Legacy, Dirt Nasty, Shwazy, and a lot of other people too that I'm working on right now, and I still do when I have the time. And I was in a band called White Star. So you put those two things together, all this crazy white boy, like poor white boy rap, because we were all very poor at the time. We had broken down studios, just mismatched parts and just whatever we could make work. And and then that coupled with me always being a lead guitar player my whole life, studying jazz and everything and like that, and had a big love.
So there's a serious side to
No,
you.
there's a very serious side to it. I mean, the music is very my first record, I purposely wanted it to be like a License to Ill and very fun and free and just do it. And because the thing is, it's a backlash because I was in a band. I was in bands since I was 14, like bass player, guitar player, singer of bands, very serious bands. Mm-hmm. And I did that whole thing and toured in bands, and I did the Warped Tour back a couple years ago with that band. And then I was in White Star with Cisco, and he's in Shwazy now, and he was a producer too. And he was like, come in the band, play guitar. So I was always a great guitarist. And I just, I kind of wanted to stop playing guitar to make music as a whole instead of just being a unit. Yeah. I wanted it to be, I started to imagine music more as a whole. And that's how Beardo came about.
So what about the songs where you're talking about drugs excessively? Like, well, your song is Dirt Nasty. Well, you're like snorting crack and you're like,
oh god,
like smiling.
I was wondering if I did that in the videos.
Yes, you did. I see your nose white with crack.
Never, I did smoke crack once. I only smoked crack once in my life, ever. And it was weird because this guy gave me his crack pipe and I just smoked it, and like, the next thing I knew, I was looking for like crumbs on the floor that I thought were crack rocks. And that was only in one sitting of it, and like 2 times, and I never did it again because that wasn't my kind of thing. So I'm not scared to do anything like as far as drugs. I mean, on the drug topic, no. Do I think that people should do drugs? No, I don't. I think they're very bad. I think again, like I'm a product of my environment. Like my stepdad did drugs, and like I saw him doing drugs, and like. When not that I don't like doing the drugs I do, like I like smoking weed and I love taking a Vicodin here and there, and it calms me. Did weed make my first whole record I made in smoking weed and doing drugs, and I feel like that's why I made that kind of record. Like, could I do another record on weed and drugs again? Probably not, because that whole thing that you get from when you first start doing things is gone. So now it's like when I smoke weed, now I want to go lay on my bed.
Yeah. I'm talking specifically about the work you did with Dirt Nasty.
Okay, like drugs.
Yeah.
On My Mind, or Turn It Up, and all those songs.
Yeah.
Like that was just
openly glorifying
it's
drugs.
just really like that. To be honest with you, it was it's a niche that we have because we started doing that initially. Talking about drugs just to each other, like no one knew anybody was gonna get a record deal or or be anything serious.
Yeah.
We were just in Dirt Nasty's house, or in my house, and all around smoking pot and doing drugs. And Mickey, his story is everyone knows his deal, and it's all real. It's like people always think, oh yeah, you guys aren't for real. You don't like people offer me drugs at shows or coke. Like, dude, like I'm not gonna do your drugs. Like I've done drugs. Like there was a time and place in my life where I did a lot of drugs, and I was making music at the same time. So a lot of the songs came about drugs. A lot of the new ones are about American Anthem and all that. So it's like time periods in my life, you know. And it's like, do I still do drugs? Yes, I smoke weed. I'm a cannabis. You know, I'm a legal weed. Do I want to quit smoking weed? Yes, I do.
Good for you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I respect you.
But am I gonna quit weed? Maybe one day. But does it do harm to you? Yes, it does. Could it possibly give you cancer? Yes. Does it fuck your lungs up? Yes. I know all these things, but you know, pick your poison. So does drinking. So does, you know, everything. It's like I try to go a little bit. I used to go really hard on drugs, and now I just moderate it. You know, I'm not doing that every day. You know,
Good
so.
for you. You know, message for the kids: put the crack pipe
Yeah,
down.
yeah, put the crack pipe down. Like I always say to all the kids, they always ask me, I'm like, you know what, man, I'm not going to tell you to do anything. It's that just, you know, you're going to end up trying everything anyway, so just try it. But just know that, you know, that all that shit, you know, for every drug, you trade a piece of your soul with no return.
Yeah.
You know, it's true. It's like, Billy Corgan said that. And it's like, every time you do something, you trade a one-some piece of yourself, like, you know what I mean, to drugs. So
Yeah.
you pick and choose your battles, you know.
Let me ask you just a couple of random meaningless opinions. Paris Hilton or Lady Gaga?
Paris Hilton or Lady Gaga?
Yeah, I want to know
Which one would I sleep with more? I would say, I don't know. I would say Paris Hilton.
Oh yeah, why?
Because for one, she's really cool and like she's really nice. She's always been nice. And for two, I think she's better looking.
Oh.
For three, I think Lady Gaga is an incredible talent. She's a great dancer. She writes for everyone. She was a writer way before she was a song.
Is she a man?
What is she?
Is she a man?
Is she a fan or
A man.
A man? That's why I would pick because she has mannish face. I always say she looks kind of like Mickey Avalon in her face.
I saw
Lady Gaga and Mickey Avalon are the same, so it's like if I was like having sex with Lady Gaga, I think I would be just boning Mickey. Like, wouldn't make sense.
I have one last question for you. Why do you go by Beardo? Because it seems like you have hair everywhere else except your chin.
I know you feel like I should be called Mustachio, right?
Yeah, or like
I know,
Mullet.
like Mustachio Mullet Man or something. But like the mullet came later. I had an afro for a long time.
Yeah, I was thinking Afro Puff. I wasn't expecting the mullet.
It's funny what touring will do to you. It'll just mess you up because I spent the last 4 months on the road. I was just doing the Snoop Dogg tour and the Swayze tour, and then I did the tour with Dirt Nasty and Andre Legacy, and I've been just going straight, just promoting and just getting it out there. And I just started going to salons everywhere. And just I ended up with a mullet, and then they dyed it, but originally, Beardo, the name, came out of people making fun of me and my record, and I had a full-on beard at the time, and I wasn't a rapper or any Beardo yet at all. I was just in White Star playing guitar, right? And Beardo came to some guy like you guys who was interviewing Mickey Avalon, but they didn't interview him. They did like a thing about the show, like reviewed it, and they dissed him. And they're like, you look at Mickey Avalon making out with like underage girls, and this guy's a pig, and blah blah blah, and just like hitting on him hard. And at the very end of the whole thing, I'm nobody at this time. No one knows who I am. I'm nothing. Like I'm just a guitar player in this band. I'm just there with a joint in my mouth, my shirt off, because I had AK-47 on my chest.
Nice.
And they're like, and who the fuck is this guy with the AK-47 on his chest? Who cares, Beardo? He's gonna make fun of me because I had a beard and I was weird.
Yeah.
So they were like Beardo, and he's making fun of me. And I go, man, and I was already starting to make these demos, and I was like, fuck this guy. I'm gonna call myself Beardo and make this guy angry.
That's awesome.
And that's how it came. And then I had the beard for a while, and then I just cut it off because I couldn't do it anymore, you know.
Yeah. Well, off with the Beardo. Oh.
Just want to check the stamp.
Oh yeah.
That's all you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just got the stamp. The Showbox in Seattle, baby.
Yeah, Showbox.
Showbox
Seattle.
always treats us right.
Sorry.
What's the name of your company?
Seattle Showgal.
Showgal?
Yeah, Seattle Showgal.
Beardo, 2007 at the Showbox. Seattle Showgal, right here. Seattle Showgal. Seattle Showgal. That's hard to say. Seattle Showgal. Say it fast. What's the webpage?
SeattleShowgal.com.
www.seattleshowgal.com. Beardo, the Trailer Park Hero, Seattle. You know, I'm the best. I'm gonna rip guitar solos all night and rap at the same time.